I'm just in a blessed situation that God put me in, that I literally have control of my own career. You heard it for yourself. Todd the Buff told y'all, I said no, I don't want to fight him. I want to fight Lemos. And what happened? I'm fighting Lemos. You know what I'm saying? I got control of my own career. I said send a contract to Kid Austin, send a contract to Andy Cruz, and send a contract to Raymond Mortaya. Raymond Mortaya won with the bigger
Wait,
fights.
hold
You
on,
know,
hold on. You
Shakur
sent
Stevens
that?
and all of them.
Hold on. You sent that
Andy
contract
Cruz,
on
Andy
camera?
Cruz, Andy Cruz and them said no, they not ready. Kid Austin and them said, Keyshawn, go off. We'll never fight you. They in the WBA, they trying to fight Javante. So everybody in their own little lane, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight the businessman yet.
Breaking news of Andy Cruz, Keyshawn Davis' number one rival. He came out responding to Keyshawn Davis, stating that he already sent him an offer and he turned it down. He said, Keyshawn is my son. And Andy Cruz's team made it clear that Keyshawn never sent an offer. They even challenged Keyshawn to show receipts, to show the contract that he sent, if he's really telling the truth. Because according to Andy Cruz's team, that's an absolute lie. In fact, Andy Cruz's team contacted me personally to let me know that Keyshawn never sent them an offer and they dare Keyshawn to show any receipts if that's the case. They also told me Andy Cruz only has one message for Keyshawn, which is, you are my son. You scared to fight. That's what Andy Cruz has to say to Keyshawn. Therefore, Keyshawn has some explaining to do. Last week, Keyshawn already said that instead of fighting Lemos, Keyshawn wanted to fight Andy Cruz. So he sent him an offer. However, Andy Cruz turned down the fight because he wasn't ready. That's what Keyshawn had to say. On the other hand, Andy Cruz said, that's an absolute lie. So we got to see some receipts. He said, she said, he said, she said is not going to cut it. We got to see some proof. Well, the burden of proof got to come from Keyshawn. He's the one that came out with these claims, so he's the one that got to come out with these receipts. At the end of the day, if what Key said is true, then that's easy to prove. All he has to do is show the email or receipts of the offer he sent to Andy Cruz. If he doesn't, then that's a bad look on Keyshawn for him to lie like that. After all, Andy Cruz is his number one rival. Andy Cruz was the reason why Keyshawn is not a gold medalist. Andy Cruz beat Keyshawn 4-0 in the amateurs. So even though the pros is a completely different sport than the amateurs, beating somebody 4-0 is a big statement. And Keyshawn got to do something about it in the pros by fighting Andy Cruz. Recently, Keyshawn said, the only fight I want is Javante. Well, at this point, you can scratch that and replace that with Andy Cruz. Because before Keyshawn can even mention Javante, before Keyshawn can realistically get the Javante fight, he has to fight Andy Cruz and beat him. That's facts. If you don't believe me, listen to what Javante team is saying. They telling Keyshawn, before you can get close to Tank, you got to fight Andy Cruz. You have unfinished business with Andy Cruz, and we have unfinished business with other fighters, the likes of Devin Haney, Shakur, Lomachenko, etc., etc., etc. Then the winners obviously can fight each other. That's the point Kenny Ellis was making. Check it out.
I'm just saying, finish it up. Don't jump all over face. Finish that up. You know.
It, do you believe if he went for an Andy Cruz, do you think that he would be on Tank's radar after that?
If he beat Andy Cruz, he's a bad mother. And everybody's saying, "Oh, Andy Cruz ain't got enough experience." That's just like some people think 11 fights, he ain't got enough experience for Tank, but he think he do. So if he think he got enough experience for Tank, why is it wrong for Andy Cruz to think he got enough experience for Keyshawn?
Mm.
If he beat Andy Cruz, he's a bad
Mm.
he's a bad
You think if
motherfucker.
you think if he beats Andy Cruz,
That put him
he
he
he put
he right there. He a bad mother. Be Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz is his kryptonite. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, the kryptonite.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not mad at him calling Tank out. No, that's not it. But finish that up, and then it's a wrap. That's all. Finish that up. It's a wrap. Ain't ain't no fear though. What I'm saying, finish that up. Then you come back over here. Invite Andy Cruz to Norfolk, Virginia. Invite him down. Finish that up. And how you gonna jump and you got unfinished business? He said it out his own mouth. It's on the video. But you gonna jump from there to Tank? Him and Tank will be a beautiful fight, but take care of your unfinished business first. Take care of that first. If he beat Andy Cruz, he's a bad motherfucker.
Notice when Kenny Ellis was asked about if Keyshawn beats Andy Cruz, will Gervonta fight him then? Kenny Ellis never responded to the question. He kept deflecting every single time. Instead, he said, Keyshawn is a bad MF. But that wasn't the question. The question was, will Gervonta fight him if he beats Andy Cruz, or if Andy Cruz beats Keyshawn, will Gervonta fight Andy Cruz? Now, Keyshawn said that he wanted to fight Andy Cruz in 2024, just like he said he sent him an offer. So, that being the case, there should be no reason whatsoever for Keyshawn versus Andy Cruz mega fight not to take place in 2025. They can either fight next, or they can agree to fight in 2025 after a tune-up. Keyshawn can go ahead and fight for the WBO title, and then after winning the title, he can fight Andy Cruz. That will be the biggest fight for Andy Cruz and for Keyshawn Davis in 2025 by far. That's the fight that has to happen. That's the most significant fight of Keyshawn Davis' career so far. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Keyshawn has been calling you out, to fight. What's your response to him? Because he said he want to fight you already.
Keyshawn Davis ha hecho un llamamiento ya diciendo que quiere pelear contigo. ¿Cuál sería tu respuesta a las declaraciones de Keyshawn?
Bueno, que si para él no es suficiente las veces que hemos peleado y lo he derrotado, entonces que sea uno de los mejores aquí y así podrán tener una pelea conmigo en el futuro.
If it's not sufficient, the amount of times that we faced each other and the amount of times that I've defeated him, then he needs to become one of the best, and then we can face each other once he becomes one of the best.
Do you see a significant change in Keyshawn since you beat him in the amateurs?
¿Has visto un cambio significativo desde que se enfrentaron ya en las últimas veces a la que es profesional?
Sí, por supuesto. De hecho, la última pelea que hicimos en la Olimpiada, en la final, ya él tenía 3 peleas profesionales, ya era boxeador profesional, y por supuesto que se ha notado un cambio en él, ha progresado como boxeador, él tiene mucho talento, lo que su problema es que a veces habla más de lo que hace.
Yeah, of course. The last time we faced each other in that final in the Olympics, he'd already had 3 fights, so I saw a change in him, the way that he progressed. He's a very talented fighter. The only problem is he talks more than he fights.